welcome back everyone to Let's Play Dominions 4 Thrones of Ascension with me, BrainBoy 20. Where we had last left off, we had continued the long and arduous process of mobilizing our armies, created our first worm that walks, and we're starting to consider moving the Tarask Horde out to the front lines in order to prepare our actual combat, or at least to prepare to finally break down what's left of Berytos while they've been constantly trying to counter-assault us, as well as moving into the underwater sections. So Akashic knowledge has been cast. Another magic set was found in Whalewind waters. Wyverns, Shade Beasts, another Tarask, and Naiad warriors. The first Battle of Femoria, which is us trying to take this section of the boot, using an absolutely massive horde of undead, which would hopefully be very successful. And they have, of course, all these gentlemen have immediately cast undead, or at least invulnerability, because that's always helpful. And we see the benefits of having a humongous horde of the undead, especially when they have no priest to help them. Now we add some more soulless armies to the ranks that we've lost from the whole conflict, and they're surrounded and taken down. So the battle in Suthu, which is them trying to take out one of our areas with 100+ province defense, i.e. I really don't care, because I don't think they can stop us. Who are you? Blood slaves from Suthu. What did he do? Leech? I'm sorry, Leech is almost useless. Like casting it to heal yourself on a blood slave? Seriously? I'm glad I just ignored blood magic entirely. Battle of Blue Beauty. Ah, it's us attacking them in the water province. We should at least be able to take over most of this place, considering they don't seem to have a massive horde of tritons to stop us. At least the god should, you know, do some heavy damage. Can you not heal? I think you can. Oh, you're blind? Really? Eh. Regardless, their forces are spread too thin to actually stop us. And their armies are routed, so all they have left are the undead. Which doesn't even matter, because we just overrun them anyway. And then there was the Battle of the Fortress of Farseer Mountains, which is us finally trying to take this fortress from them, giving us a way to head straight into their lines. All this fire. All of it. And we're still starving, but I don't really have much of a choice. All these healing mists, all this fire, all of this stuff that's been cast. Oh, the Summer Lions have already made it inside, eh? Do these fly? I would assume they do. Yes, they do. Not like that matters, they're dead. We've taken this fortress. Unexpected event in Amon Fortress. A magical bird of wondrous colors has been found. Small gems are hidden in its feathers. A local sect has flourished. Their leader preaches that labor is for the wicked. Well then, go die in a fire. Sneak was discovered by local militia, and were promptly murdered. Start to destroy the gate at Zebizia, but we need more time. Start to destroy the gate at Femoria, but we need more time. One battle afflictions were cured from their disease. Troops in Golem range are starting to starve due to lack of supplies. World's Teeth Mountains diseases are spreading because it's impossible to deal with this. And let's continue. So, World's Teeth Mountains. Oh. We just legitimately have way too many troops. Okay, no more repeating recruitment. We should probably send a couple people down here to, you know, Ringhorn, we have a new Hagadrot. Head south, go to World's Teeth Mountains, and take some of these troops with you, please. We might live in a land of plenty, but we clearly don't have enough supplies to support our armies. Yagon and company. Oh, are you with these guys now? Or did I just do that completely by accident? Well, whatever I did, I also have a lot of troops to offload. What are you, Herdmen? I could probably just shove an army of Herdmen inside this and be fine. Yeah. Huskarls 2? No. Oh yeah, they can't work together because those are two separate forces entirely. You have flying, so that doesn't matter. If you're Hangedrots, I could probably shove all these horsemen with you. I have no more undead, however, to shove into your squads. We have a massive army of horsemen, and we'll probably just put these troops together and just continue to send them out. Since our domain is spreading, we're finally getting some decent amount of supplies. Admittedly, though, the places where the supplies actually matter, which are the front lines, are very minimal. Or at least we haven't gotten to those points yet. Old Man Mountains is still preaching, but we're starting to push back their domain. We've gained access to this place, and we actually have enough supplies to keep our troops happy and together. We've gained the Mineral Cave, giving us some more Earth Gems, a laboratory, and a fort. Let's see here, what do I got? I'm actually going to slow down a bit, build a temple, preach all the teachings that you can, preach as if your life depended on it, and we'll think about casting magical spells later. You can summon some more allies. You all can summon more allies. Wait a minute, what did that say you could do? Oh, cast spell awaken. Why? Wait, what? Why is that there? Unless you have something very specific on you. Then yeah, you have the Crown of the Ivy King. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, Karnag. I want you to reanimate long-dead warriors. Zendikar, I don't think I can have you cast any specific spells. There are no buildings to construct. This fortification probably has everything we possibly could shove in it. Yep, and that's why we probably have enough supply storage to not have any problems. Topagog, cast the ritual spell. Just there's actually not much to have you cast. You can summon some more allies. Melagog can cast the ritual spell, Brood of Garm. And we're not going to continue until we start pushing our domain into their territory. And you were recruiting some Tritons, right? You know, you were recruiting Amberclad guards. I'll just repeat recruitment and make sure that we have enough Amberclad guards for later. Blue Beauty, we got the Dying Ground of the Whales. Well, that's worth a lot of gems, and an ancient temple of the deeps. That's worth a lot of magic sites and a lot of magic gems. Yeah, perhaps the water is actually a lot more useful than I thought. Also, I don't know where I got all this gold from, but I am definitely going to spend it. I'll take these troops, and do we find Mountain of the Mists and Grey Barrier? I guess we will hold back a turn, because we're not using up all supplies just yet, and I'll have you construct a temple. You can... The rest of you guys can actually just sit back and patrol, where you specifically will construct me the temple that I'm looking for, and we'll see if we can continue to push our influence in this region. Deep Black Sea, Devil's Pond, Steppes of the Wild Horses. As of right now, we still can't see where their home base is. And there's a fair amount of people who are still unaligned. And we're going to take a while to siege. Can I actually raise some long deads? Yes, we can theoretically keep raising long deads, and we have enough soulless warriors that we can refill some of the troops that we had lost. Admittedly, I should really set those up in a much further back location. You, on the other hand, should just go and attack whoever but stay on the southern edge. But the horsemen themselves can remain a bit further back, so these guys can actually hit the front lines first. They will also reanimate some long-dead warriors and put them on the front lines. We still have 5 global enchantments. I really should have upped the amount we could have, because I don't think I'm going to set up the Dispel yet. You all the troops you can possibly contain. I want you to continue marching to join this force in Golem range. Agni and company, I want you to move out to where Childeric is, who's building the underground storage. Yes, I think I had you building that and I just stopped for whatever reason. But there are some troops to pick up here, most notably the Valkyries that had left, in addition to the Wyverns. That slowly refills our troops to an extent, but we still don't have a way to get Valkyries easily. Fortset and who's Anvadir? It doesn't matter. I can put these in your army. I'll put the Herdmen in your army and the rest of the Huskarls as well, giving us 2 forces. These 2 will combine their armies and head north. Not via sneaking. Gorm, you have your horde. I would love to have a griffin, but you're not intelligent enough, so we'll just send you through this castle. Pick up what troops we can. Car. What heroic battle prowess? Counter the Bane. I wish I could like heal up some of your battle wounds, because geez Louise, your battle wounds are absurd. Also, speaking of which, where is it? Where's my home? I don't need the disease grinder out here anymore. 1, we can put the death gem out there. 2, the disease grinder is so much better on a frontline force. Which I think I will give to Orm. Because you have the Berserk Pelt and the Helmet of Black Steel. And I'll give you the Disease Grinder, meaning you'll get endless amounts of death gems. Speaking of which, I actually remembered why I had the green eye. The green eye was for the Tarask. It was going to give him a spell penetration bonus, which is nice. And it doesn't give him any nature magic, which he would have originally had but has no need of now. So Disease Grinder to him. Meaning hopefully we can start reducing the amount of diseases we actually have in our army. Fiorel. Fire in a jar would be nice if I was having you cast fire spells. Instead, put that in the laboratory and take the green eye. You can never remove it anymore, but you now have some automatically are casting the sleep spell, and burning people to death, and poisoning them, and generally being a very, very painful individual. You also have enough death magic, and you have enough Tarasks, that I am actually willing to send you out to the front lines with Ifetin. What can he lead? Very little by the looks of things. He's just a very strong mage. Regardless, I'll put this in your horde. Mimir the Hellcarl will grab the armies as well. And he'll join you in this fight. Can you hold any magic troops? No, you can't. Labar and Vinyan? No, we can't physically... We literally cannot physically put enough of these out on the field. Oh well. Not you. Gutorm, Mimir, and other such forces head on out to this location. He's casting Awakened Vinemen, but there's a bunch of troops sitting here, specifically all the great bears that were summoned, and a bunch of Lamias, which can join your forces. Great. We're done casting Awakened Tarask. We could call another worm that walks, but there's no reason. There's no reason to cast Beckoning either. There's no reason to cast Transformation. I really don't know what I want to cast on you. I'm just have you research for now. Speaking of which, 2 more turns. Okay, we should get it this episode if this doesn't take forever, which we all know how that's going so far. You're all researching. We've Skullbreaker and Helixia, which I forgot to check. These are just dust walkers with spears. Those are ones with swords, those are ones with spears. Oh, Kopesh, sorry. Interesting. I really like the Dust Priest, though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. The Dust Priest seems really good if I just happen to have more magic. Like, if I had a lot more magical skill, the Dust Priest would probably be a lot better. Furthermore, if I was one that wasn't frost-based. Which, admittedly, do we have frost? We don't, do we? That one has death, but that's because of the Well of Pestilence. Oh yeah, I forgot Tianchi was right there. And Tianchi has an absolutely massive horde. Like, Okay, we have negative resources there now. I'm gonna ditch this much and just get a repeating recruitment of Hellcarls here so I can start getting those armies out of there. Enberg is heading south. Do we have anyone else that's not doing anything? Tun and Jatmund, your armies have finally combined, but I will have you two preach, basically, and continue to try to spread our domain. As I just want to kick them out domain-wise, which we're definitely doing. Like, their domain used to be a flat 10, now we're actually pushing them back domain-wise. And with our continued presence increasing, moving you up north, we can put these two under Edna the Adventurer. Have them both command a magical unit. They're used for their spells anyway. In fact, I might even take these two to a laboratory and have them cast Transformation on themselves, so I have no need of them except for their healer abilities. Yeah, healer, wasn't it? Yeah, undead or lifeless beings aren't affected by it. I just never paid attention to this. No, disease healer. It has 1 unit per month. But it cures disease. It doesn't actually cure the affliction. That's why I'm having these problems. So I can cure things like the battle wounds, but I can't cure... I can finally cure things like battle wounds and otherwise from everyone, but I can't actually heal Color the Bane. There's really got to be a way to set that up. Anselm, you're going to build another temple so we can continue to boost our domain strength in the area. Zach, I have no idea what I want you to do. Reanimate long dead warriors. I don't care anymore. Sigurd, what were you doing? I think you were just forging stuff. I mean, I could theoretically make the summit. I don't think anyone would mind, and with all your crafting buffs, I'll actually have you forge Magebane, which you can for a flat 40. Interesting. Now, I almost forgot about you. I want you to cast the ritual spell because we have a ton, like we have so much death. Might even buff your magical ability. Ritual Rebirth is not that useful to me because you'll come back anyway. Maybe Spooky Go-Hostos? No. Yeah, we'll do Shade Beast with you. What do we need? Like, what undead have we lost? Everything. Like, we've legitimately lost virtually every bit of undead in this army. Yeah, I might just spend a ton of turns rebuilding this entire army because we've just lost so much. Pale Riders. Topigog. I can't have you do much of anything. Solius. Cast Ritual Spell. I want you to summon me a bunch of buff flames. Oh no, this is just for the fortress. Queen of Elemental Water. No. Summer Lions. Then maybe I'll boost your water magic some more. With nothing else to do, I'm actually going to end the turn finally. No, I need to check to see I don't have any Hellcarls just sitting around. And that I can't recruit any. Because we're about to start hitting like the supply limits to a lot of these places, but we don't have a temple in these areas, which explains so much why my domain's not just all over the place. He says as he owns over half the map domain-wise. End turn. Jeez Louise, that was almost it was a single turn's almost 20 minutes, and I already forgot it was the water area that I missed looking at. Akashe acknowledge we looked for Aran Plains. I might as well look at that. At the sparkling fields, and before I forget again, where's an enchanted tower? Doesn't matter. One per turn. We found the Iron Cliff underwater, giving us Earth Gems. Anyway, more messages. Summer Lions, Vine Men, Shade Beasts, Wyverns, Naiad Warriors, Brood of Garm, Pale Riders, Battle in Femoria. Which is Berytos trying to get rid of the undead. And we should overwhelm them quite easily. With all the shamblers and otherwise, we should be able to just take them down. unexpected event in Fanglia, giving us more misfortune. For a few days, the animals seem determined to cause bad luck. Snakes and rabbits were crossing people's paths all the time. Magical gems have been found in the split trunk of an oak. A sneaking enemy was discovered by local militia and shortly killed. I don't know why I'm looking at this, because I already know how this is going to go. They're sending so many shadow imps. Dark power. More powerful than total darkness. Okay. But he instantly dies. He was chased down by Valkyries and killed. And another sneak enemy was another shadow imp and killed. Started to destroy the gate at Abysia, but we need more time to succeed. Fomoria's gate's been destroyed, but we need more time to succeed. Diseases have been ground. Patrol and brutes of Blue Beauty have killed the filthy brigands. Land is now safe and orderly. Diseases are affecting the troops. Argathian are starting to starve due to lack of supplies. Supplies in Old Man Mountain diseases are afflicting the troops. Well, I can't avoid that. Yes, I know about this company. I know we have a massive problem, but we need to continue moving. And eventually we can hit this place where supplies are a lot more plentiful and do another assault on hopefully breaking apart these fortresses. In the meantime, we've pushed up our strength once again. We should start moving our province forward, and I'll have these guys move into Devil's Pond. Now if we start breaking up the back lines that they have that are supporting these people domain-wise. Skullbreaker and Helikia, keep moving. Sigurd, you have forged Mage's Bane. Is there anything else I can have you forge that's ridiculously powerful? Yeah, I can drop Monolith Armor, or Asphyx Armor. Might as well. Edna and Company, I will need you to join one of the main forces so we can start, healing them. Are there any troops left behind? Nope. Mundefair, you are also going to join one of the main troops. So I could have you move. Nope, you can't move more than one. Agni and Company. I think I'll actually have you sit around here a little bit, because I need... Oh, Childeric. Ditch your army. You don't need it. You really don't. Although it's nice that you brought it with you, and I'd completely forgotten you had this force. You don't need this army. And we can move the Wyverns into this force to combine armies together. And I think they will wait, because we can get more here. We can bust out some Herdmen and some Huskarls. And just repeat recruitment on end while these forces catch up. And we still have these fortresses to take over, but these won't be that difficult. What fortification is it? A basalt castle. Okay. You'll just preach here. We'll have here anyone who's here just preach. Plague Tongue, Blood Hunt. I could empower you, but no reason. Construct building. We can build some towers, giving some more administration to us here. Childeric, I'm going to have you head south and start building more temples. Bastille, cast a ritual spell. I don't know what I want you to cast a spell for. No, wasn't there actually a very good magic item that could be forged, unique-wise? Percival the Knight, Box of the Wondrous, Tome of Gaia. Only one artifact per month. I'm fully aware of this, but I'm just looking and seeing what else we have. Draupnir and all that stuff, all that jazz. Boots of Antilus, but I need you to be a very high Earth Mage. Caius the Druid. Robe of Caius the Druid. Too low level to forge almost all the items. Our item already exists, but there's something I want, which is the Tome of Gaia. Aside from that, we can get some regeneration. There's the Bear Claw Talisman. The Bear Claw is an enchanted to strengthen its wearer. This is a manly talisman, and it is said that women wearing it will grow a deeper voice and maybe even a beard. Let's do so. Just for humor's sake. Hould. Cast ritual spell. Really? There's not much else to cast here. Modic. You can actually cast the Brood of Garm spell. Gisil, you can actually cast the Pale Rider spell. Hermapole can cast Brood of Garm. Sinful can cast the spell, where was it? Shade Beasts. And Plague Tongue can also cast the spell Shade Beasts. And those guys will have to wait. Ringhorn, take your time, but you're going to take a while still. Gorm. Army. We have a fair amount of troops, but we could probably fill out a little more, because a lot of this stuff is undead. Like, a lot of mounted units. You take this out and put the rest in frontline troops. And give yourself a little bit of a base, and then have you move out. Fortset and Ardvan, continue to head north. You people will continue waiting. Solius. Oh, did I have these guys on autocast? Okay, I did put them on autocast, so hopefully that doesn't start overwhelming us. All these melee troops, we'll put them under Hinghorn the Hangadrot. This group will definitely start filling out the undead horsemen we used to have. A couple of long deads could never possibly hurt in an undead force. Do we have any, like, distinctly undead armies with us? Yes, we do. Under Zakhandir the Lich, you're summoning troops. We can summon more for rocks. And fill out the rest with Summer Lions. You will cast the ritual spell Summer Lions again. Because we have so many gems that it can't possibly hurt us. Yeah, we have this force that's continuing to march through. Is there anything we can pick up with us? The bears. Really? We can have a third squad of nothing but bears. Okay. Are you magic? You're not. Well, at least you don't count as magic. I'll actually put those back and have the Lamias join the front lines. Is there anything else could possibly fit in? Technically, Theorel the Tarask, but it becomes undisciplined. So I can have a second horde of bears that are just undisciplined whatsoever. The Dying Tree Lord. Now the rest of the army continue marching its way through. Anselm, you have built us a temple. You're doing a wondrous job. Go build more. Gramnir and Company, is there anything else here that you can pick up? Absolutely not. I need you to head on down south. Huld. Oh, are we starting to go through a rotation of people that can't do anything? Yes, we are. So I need to make sure we don't actually have a bunch of people who are just sitting behind doing absolutely nothing. Jadmund. Head down, because we are actually continuing an auto-recruitment. Are we? No, we're not. Let's fix that. Right, let's fix that. Just have this repeat recruitment on just endlessly, and we'll have a bunch of Hangadrots pop on down here occasionally to pick up the troops. So Deathwind's still casting Akashaic Knowledge. We will just basically know everything of all these lands. We're still casting it too, which is what's even weirder. And with nothing else left to do I have any people who are just sitting around doing nothing? Yes, we do. We have a bunch of troops who are also sitting around doing nothing. Alright, 30 and 30, that's good enough for me. I need you to start marching out to go join an actual front line. And you are researching, that is heresy. Let's pick all these people up from TNG. Okay, I can have 3 squads, which is enough for me. I'm just gonna make 3 separate squads here and have you move out. In the meantime, I will also have this one do an auto-recruit. Oh yeah, it's doing an auto-recruitment. It's just producing so many troops. And our treasury is just going to keep growing because I can't physically spend it all. Like, we have won this. It's just going to take a while to actually finalize it. I forgot we had this fortress down here. What can be recruited? Jaguar Tribe Priests. What can you get? 10% chance of all other possible types of magic. Then you have the Jaguar Tribes with obsidian clubs and slings. Alright, and Two Heart is researching as well. Okay. Anything else I can possibly do? Aside from, you know, brag about my endless amounts of money. I put all those people in the wrong one, didn't I? Excuse me. You research. Brag can move. I keep moving back there for no apparent reason, because I know full well that there's nothing that can be there. Am I certain that there's no one else that can be moved? Alright, what am I, like, am I recruiting in that location? I am definitely not. How many supplies do I have? Negative 182. Yeah, let's just, like... Oh, we're just recruiting a bunch of Hellcarls regardless. Sure, we'll, just recruit a batch of troops in almost every possibility. I'll just repeat recruitment. Like, it can't hurt. And with that, I think we will end the turn and the episode here. Hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with Let's Play Dominions 4 Thrones of Ascension, and I am signing off. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, for it helps out a great deal. And I hope to see you all next time. Farewell.